What's up, guys? I hope you're doing well. I hope that you're staying safe with the coronavirus and the economic shutdown that we're all dealing with. And I just wanted to come to you with this quick video. I've been getting a couple questions around, virtual teams and kind of the fact that everybody has to now work from home, whether we're used to it or not, and how to keep the team productive, how to keep the team engaged when that's the situation. I don't know about you guys, but for us, specifically, we've got a team of 30 full-time employees at our agency, and most of them, almost 95%, work at our office. So they come in every day, they sit at a desk, and it's great for productivity, right? You can see each other eye to eye, you can have business conversations, and you can keep things rolling. And so we've had this shift, obviously, with the entire country basically being shut down and having work from home orders to an online workforce. And I know a lot of you guys have done this for quite some time. Some of you, though, I know have in-office teams like us. And just want to share some insights on how we're keeping the team productive, because so far things have been going really well. The communication rhythm has been great, and things have been moving along very nicely. So one of the things that we found to be mission critical is daily huddles. So unlike at the office where you get to see each other, you get to have playful banter, you kind of can keep a pulse on what everybody's up to and how things are feeling. You can't do that in a virtual workforce. And unless you're communicating, unless there's some forced communication process, it's easy for people to slip between the cracks. It's easy for problems to fester. It's easy for little challenges not to get addressed. So one of the things I think is really important is a daily huddle. So all that is every day at 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock, whenever everybody has had a chance to get their coffee, get settled in, and kind of start their day. Everybody comes on a quick Zoom session, and you go around the horn. Hey, how's everybody feeling today? What's going on? A little bit of playful banter, and then everybody answers 3 basic questions. And this comes straight from scaling up in their daily huddle process. It's, what were your wins from yesterday? What are you focused on today? And where are your stucks? So what are your wins is really to get everybody in a positive state, right? You can choose to be above the line or below the line. You want to consciously choose to be above the line. The way that you do that is that regardless of the chaos around you, regardless of what's going wrong, you choose to focus on what went right, what you can control, what you can take accountability for. And so just thinking about, okay, yesterday, what were my biggest wins? Okay, I got this done, or this is what happened, or this is something I was able to accomplish. You force everybody to go above the line. And when you're above the line and your team is above the line, you can be resourceful, you can get things done, you can come up with ideas that you would have never otherwise. So if for no other reason you do this daily huddle to kind of keep everybody engaged and to move everybody above the line. That's why that question is so important. And when a team member tries to say something negative like, oh, my internet's not working or whatever, I understand, that's great. Right now we're going to start with something positive. We're going to start with our biggest win from yesterday. So we start there, and another thing to remember is that your team is, they're probably not as tuned into mindset as you are as the owner of your agency. And they're scared. They're watching news all day. They're consuming negativity. And listen, they might be working and have CNN up on the screen next to them. They might be scrolling and listening to the news information all day. And what we focus on expands. We know that to be true. And if that's all they're focused on, they're going to be focused on fear. They're going to be focused on uncertainty. They're going to be focused on negative outcomes. And their productivity is going to be way down in the toilet. Even if they don't realize it, if that's what they're focusing on, that's where they're going to be. And so these daily huddles, starting off with a positive focus, what was your biggest win yesterday, is a great way to start. And then from there, what are you focused on today? Just to make sure they've taken a couple minutes to get clear, here's my objective for the day. They might have a dozen things they're working on. They might have 6 projects. They might be doing 19 different things. But what's the main thing they're going to get done for the day? And I'm not asking you as the owner or the leader of that team to write that down and hold them accountable. That's not the place for that. This is really just for them to consciously consider, okay, what's my main thing for the day? Share that with the group. And it also gives the leaders of the team, if you have different layers, to be, oh, okay, wait a minute, you're a little bit off track. Hey, you might want to shift that a little bit to get things more in line. So what's your biggest win? What are you what's your focus for the day? And then the other question we would ask is, where you're stuck. Right? If they don't feel like they can easily get answers, and yeah, they can Slack, yeah, they can call, but if they don't feel like they've got a place to plug in and ask, oh man, I'm stuck, my internet doesn't work, or I don't have access to this login, or whatever their stuck happens to be, that could really stifle their productivity. So just going around the horn, where are you stuck? I've got this problem, and the whole group and the leaders of those teams can solve it. So this should be something that should go quick. And we're talking about a daily huddle, no more than 15 to 20 minutes. It's just something to keep the pulse, keep everybody plugged in. We're doing one per day. I think that depending upon the size of your team, it makes sense to do one at the beginning of the day, potentially one at the close of the day, just to keep everybody in a communication rhythm. Some tools that we use that we really like that have worked well. We use Zoom. It's great because you can get all the faces up on the screen. Everybody can see each other. Everybody can hear each other. And it feels as close to being live and in person as possible. We use Slack. Very easy way to communicate via text message, via a chat platform without having to put them on Skype or something where they've got access to the entire world. Ideally, Slack is a little bit more of a closed channel, and it's just the members of the team. Also on Slack, you can do direct calls. So it's really easy just to go call somebody on Slack. It'll ring to their computer, assuming they're sitting at their desk, and you've got a great communication rhythm there. We use Teamwork for keeping track of our projects, our tasks, what needs to be done when, by who. That's something we use on a day-to-day basis. So those are just a couple of the remote team things we've had to really embrace over the last couple of weeks here, moving from a full in-office staff to a completely virtual staff. You may want to look at some of the tools like Time Doctor and things like that, where it records the screen of the team members. We don't use that. We've got a great team. We find them to be productive. And in the past, where we have felt like, we want to Time Doctor them and look at the screen recordings and make sure that they're being productive, it almost takes more time to go back and inspect that kind of thing than to just have a good team of A players that you trust and that are doing a good job. But if you're unclear, if you feel like, I don't know what they're up to, I don't know if they're working all day, I feel like they might be watching news, or they might be playing with their kids, and they might be doing something else, you can use a tool like that, like Time Doctor, like Hubs. I think it's called Hubshot. There's a couple different tools out there that will monitor it and help you get clear, okay, they're not working, right? There is a problem. You need to address it because they're struggling to work from home. And then I think you still want to have a structured weekly level 10 meeting. So that's a team meeting in the different departments in the company. So, for us, we've got a leadership team that meets once a week. It's an hour and a half long, structured meeting. You can look up level 10 meeting if you're not sure what that is. It's a part of EOS, Entrepreneur Operating System. And you want the different departments to meet in that way as well, like the web development team, the SEO team, the content team, the account management team. That way those teams are thinking creatively. Those teams are figuring out challenges that are unique to the situation, and they're solving and they're iterating. So that's it. This is an experiment for us, as well, moving to this virtual team environment. It's working well. Our team I'm really rallying. They're getting the work done. They're being productive. And I really think that the daily huddles make a really big difference in productivity and having the ability to easily communicate and keep things open. So would love to hear from you in comments. How are you dealing with your team now that we're in this virtual world? What tools are you using? How are you engaging with your team in order to keep them productive and to keep them on task, to make sure you still continue to knock it out of the park for your clients and you continue to grow your digital marketing agency? That's it for now. Stay safe, stay productive. Remember to focus on the opportunity. There's opportunity even in this crisis mode that we're in right now. So focus on it, find it, be creative, be innovative, and I'll talk to you soon.